ahead of Annabelle. Turtle can be taken down by Kyrie for free. Light walks him with Circling Eagle. Luke trying to zone them away, but it's going to be Kaido away by Sabero. Look at the last hits! Ryota with a big bomb. Light is next. Ryota is going ham. And he is doing well. Another base sort of taken down up top. The Eternal Guard lands on two, but they dive in. And Mon gets caught by Kai and Keyboy. Like it's amazing Circling Eagle. But look at Sabero kiting away. That's Kyrie with a triple, baby!
Ladies and gentlemen, who is it going to be? It's the Vexana. It makes sense. I like Bigetron's draft.
Very logical approach here for both teams. What do you think, though? I feel like...
Open things up, ladies and gentlemen. Is the era of the Sky Kings over? This best-of-3 series will give us a little bit more of a taste as to how things and how reality has struck. But we are back into game number 1 in this best-of-3 series between the Yellow Porcupines and the Red Robots.
And that's a new emblem usage, or chosen, rather, from by Kyrie on the pseudo.
Wow. Now it gives you movement speed when you deal damage to anyone below 30% HP, and it resets as well. So Kyrie has a lot of potential to carry right here. Luke, by the way, also going for that Vengeance. Vengeance Hilda, I think we've seen it being used to counter the carry before. But look at this early on 3-man skirmish there. Luke gets out with the guiding wind, but gotta be careful, man. So much early game damage. Kyrie! Whoa! Forcing the flicker.
Is this just the meta that we're in now? Early game skirmishes and early game brawls?
Yeah, they gotta fight for lethal. They want to try to stop Kyrie from invading the jungle, but yeah, it's mainly... Oh, Annabelle looking for a possible play on Sabero. It just relieves off pressure, and he will be able to get the gold trap.
Looking at the rest of the emblems, Bargain Hunter for San, so trying to get the item power spikes, letting go of a lot of mobility and safety tools from that first emblem, and pull yourself together for Keyboy. Fully expect the Jawhead plays, man. This guy was amazing, but the light,
cut down! Annabelle looking for the pickoff now. Possible Electrifying Beats does some damage, but it's ONIC with an early win.
Kyrie seems to be very low here. I don't know if that's going to force a recall or not. Shouldn't be. But it's actually forcing a recall off of... Oh, wait a second.
Another ejector, read out perfectly. Vengeance from Luke. And Luke gets away. Another big resource burn. Oi,
it's an
battle.
Indo versus English. Talent prediction, ladies and gentlemen, by GoPay. We'll see, we'll see. It's a little 3v3. But it looks like ONIC with a quicker rotation, with a quicker setup as well. First neutral objective in their hands. 2 minutes.
not exactly surprising, right? With the Suyo, with the Jawhead as well. I mean, there's so many tools available to not only siege around the neutral objective, but also to get control in the mid lane as well with that Sicilian. Especially with the Demon Boots, San's definitely going to be spamming out those bad impacts in lane before roaming around. You can see that Bigetron are stuck being reactive, but that's only for now. I feel like with 1 or 2 item power spikes, things can change very drastically out of nowhere.
Down below, the non-lane continues. Whenever Ryota pokes him down, he just gets into a bush and regens back.
Okay. Things have slowed down just a little bit now. What do you think about the gold lane so far? Carry and the Irrital. How's that lane going?
I feel like Iman has a chance to go for a big all-in if he actually sees the opportunity. Savero, though, on the carry, just wants to trade around. And for Bigetron, it's fine info using Luke and then get out with a guiding win. Annabelle, though, jump on.
Gets poked down a bit. Annabelle able to escape. Kyrie a level ahead of Annabelle.
They get zoned away just like that. Are ONIC just gonna continue holding on to this early game?
I think that's a safe approach that Bigetron can go for. With a couple of items, they can actually mitigate a lot of the pick-off threat, particularly for Luke on the Hilda with that Vengeance. Already surviving from a lot of these early game skirmishes, but if he falls behind, that means that ONIC will be able to get so many more pick-offs, and Bigetron won't have anyone available to scout around for these danger zones where Keyboy might be lurking. So I feel like it's a great wise choice to kind of stave off on the skirmish and just wait for the right opportunity later on in the midst of a big team fight where maybe a Moreno can do a lot of work with all that crowd control that we were talking about in the drafting phase.
I thought that was going to be the moment there, but it looks like they're able to spot out the positioning coming from Light as well as the Irrital. Meanwhile, the turtle, the second turtle of this game has already spawned. Looks going in very aggressively, so does Light.
Wow, they're actually going to be engaging onto Keyboy, forcing the ejector. Luke with a big bonk onto Keyboy's head. The Queller comes in from Kyrie. A level ahead still over Mr. Annabelle. About to be two. Luke walking up, pops to the Vengeance, gets caught by Sangy Claws as well. Zaman pops to the heavy crossbow, but gets caught by Ryota. Unstoppable force, Zaman! Brought back, Kyrie wins on the retreat, Annabelle! Getting chased down, but Kyrie has that killing spree, and he will be able to chase him down to double. For Kyrie, another stun with a surge. Oh! My lord, he wants to go for more to Queller. Oh! Light gets away mid lane. Luke zoned by Ryota, brought back again. That is the Sanguine Claws, and it's another for Sans.
1 for 2 trade, ladies and gentlemen, so far. Technically a 3. Oh, wait a second, Moreno.
Kyrie going very aggressive, and Man trying to poke him down. Oh! Force proc on towards Mr. Moreno, but Ryota doesn't go for it.
Oh, that would have been so good for Bigetron. At least they would have been able to trade in Kyrie, but they're not going overly aggressive for that. Still, is the favorable trade goes to the Yellow Porcupines, especially with the neutral objective pickup.
I feel like Bigetron had a plan there to use Eman as a bit of a zoning tool. He was putting himself in a very dangerous spot, but Ryota found him. He leaped with a heavy crossbow into the turtle pit, and Ryota followed through with the passive, the chasing basic attack, and that just locked him in, man. He just got completely jumped on and bursted down. So Bigetron, after all that careful planning in the early game, they're forced now to fall back to actually lose out on the gold advantage, but they're able to trade out when it comes to the structures, so not all is lost. But ONIC are definitely looking for more chances here. Really looking for chances to go into the jungle of Bigetron and find something.
By the way, Severo is ahead, 1,000 gold over Eman.
2 assists and still a chance to farm while Eman was out of the fight there. I feel like that would do it. For now, though, I think still, if Severo wants to really carry in this game, he still is reliant on the rest of the team setting it up for him. Eman has a lot more of a proactive time here with the heavy crossbow, with the sprint as well. So we'll have to see how that plays out. If we follow what we've been seeing since game number 1, the proactiveness being such an important factor, then in theory, Eman should be able to do something more, at least until the late game.
B-Boy. The ejector down, Vengeance used up as well. Great surge onto the back. Light still able to bring him back to safety. Annabelle getting the stacks. But ONIC disengaged from the turtle. They reset it. Kyrie still, again, ahead of Annabelle. Turtle can be taken down by Kyrie for free. Light walks him with Circling Eagle. Luke trying to zone them away, but it's going to be Kyrie away by Severo. Look at the last hits! Ryota with a big bomb. Light is next. Ryota is going ham. And he is doing so much damage. Another big jump. And Man forced to just run away as BTR lose 3 on top of the turtle and a turret in the mid lane.
It's just so much value for ONIC. The way they play the team fights as well has been so clean. Eman definitely not being given the chance nor the space to actually output the damage that he was meant to. And regardless, Eman is still on 1 item. He only has a Haas Cross.
Not enough to really bully out ONIC right now. 6k gold lead. That was a massive turn of events right there. ONIC are just out-sustaining the front line and out-damaging the back line still. Annabelle forced to escape, but caught.
Unstoppable force, the ejector dodged away from. Annabelle gets away, but Kyrie walks away with a free orange buff and the green cam handed over by Keyboy.
2 levels ahead here, Kyrie. 3 kills on the killing spree as well. Looking difficult for Bigetron to find a moment right here. It's the fact that ONIC just finds the right moment to try and go for the engage. We talked about Moreno potentially doing a lot of AoE damage, dishing out a lot of AoE crowd control as well. But ONIC are just not allowing him to do that at all. In the previous fight, he was stuck trying to find the right position to output the damage, and he ends up getting caught right in the middle, isolated from his teammates. A tough time for the formations here of Bigetron, and Light on the Mathilda is also finding it difficult, not really sure where to go, forwards or backwards.
Must be a difficult spot to be in, and to make things worse, that's the holy trinity for Severo on the carry. So now the shred is finally there with the DHS.
A lot of shred for sure. Luke on the Vengeance can still survive for a bit longer, but I think Shiraz is all he has to try and deal with Ryota's damage as well. Fortunately, no, hang on a minute. Purple buff was taken.
Luke walks up over to Ryota, just poke him down. The purple buff will be taken by Kyrie. 3-level lead against Annabelle now. Oh man.
Because he knows, right? Even if he does use his retribution earlier on with this much difference in gold. Wait a second.
What a read by Keyboy. Luke trying to go on to Sans. Vengeance gets used, but he's going to be shredded down by Sans and Severo. Nothing they can do. Light falls as well in that skirmish. Ryota. Wow. So much damage.
There it is. There it is. Even without the retribution, absolutely no problem. Look at Ryota once again. He's zoning Annabelle out alone.
This is Annabelle with only a Starlium, not even the Holy Crystal. There's no chance at all that Ryota is gonna fear him, especially because Ryota already has the Radiant Armor as well. When it comes to magical damage, he has that thing on lock, man, and he has the Dominance Eyes to deal with Eman as well. Bigetron going from bad to worse, because even now Luke, too squishy.
Way too squishy, especially for the carry. Ejector, just to get the holy defense. Wow. Another one in the
Now
mid
that's a
lane.
problem.
The Sanguine Claws and the bad impact dealing Moreno half HP to Moreno. Oh my god. BTR, they're caged in.
Absolutely. I think a little bit of a plus side for Bigetron is that they were able to push the waves in the bottom lane.
Another Sanguine Claws. Luke gonna be caught as the guy who win gets shot back. Impact by Sans again, and it's a free kill to ONIC. 10-1, 10 minutes. Annabelle is just farming as he's forced to recall. That's a charged Lord in the mid lane. This is the first Lord of the game, and it might be the end. Lord already in the base. Eman trying to go for the clear with Moreno. Lights taken very low. Another base sort of taken down up top. The Eternal Guard lands on two, but they dive in. Eman gets caught by Kai and Keyboy like it's amazing circling eagle. But look at Sabero kiting away. That's Kyrie with a triple maniac. He doesn't get the Savage, but that was a statement by ONIC.
That was a huge statement. In an era where everybody is questioning their strength, in an era where everyone is questioning their dominance, especially for Mr. Coach Adi there in the back rooms, all smiles right now. That's also a statement from him. That was a dominant game by ONIC. That's no easy feat. This is